Hey everyone, let's go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak that's set to release on both the Nintendo Switch and on PC on June 30th. And today we're going to be checking out something extremely special, and that's the fact that thanks to Capcom, we got a first look reveal for 3 brand new Master Rank / G Rank armor sets that are going to be making their first appearance in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. And what I find most fascinating about this is the fact that a lot of people never really considered that all the brand new monsters that were added into Monster Hunter Rise would not only be getting a brand new Master Rank / G Rank armor set, but also that brand new armor set is going to have this brand new visual look, essentially a brand new style. So not only are you going to get the boost of higher defense and brand new abilities being added into these armor sets, but you're also going to have pretty much an entirely new look that you're going to be able to put as layered armor for one of these monsters that were added into Monster Hunter Rise, which simply did not have a Master Rank armor option up until now. So today we're going to be checking out 4 of these brand new Master Rank armor, starting out with Aknosom, then moving over to Tetranadon, then of course Bishaten, not blood orange Bishaten, but just the normal Bishaten, and lastly we're going to close it out with Somnacanth. Now do keep in mind that as of right now, Capcom has not confirmed if Master Rank / G Rank is going to be giving Palicos and Palamute a brand new armor look as well. Presumably they are going to have a G Rank version of their typical armor, but we don't necessarily know if they're going to have a new visual look. They haven't confirmed any of that just yet, so we're just going to have to wait and see if they desire to basically give us that. But as of right now, we don't have any confirmation of that as of yet. So if you're looking at the video screen right now, you should be able to see that the Aknosom armor set G Rank version, presumably X or cross armor Aknosom armor, is going to be looking pretty similar to the one that we already had there. The male armor does look a little bit more stylish than the female armor set. It always kind of already did. It has that more knightish type of look to it. You're also getting a closer look to the weapons. So I believe the male hunter has the great sword, while the female hunter has the long sword. But when it comes to the actual look of the armor set itself, I really do like the male one. The Aknosom male armor has always looked pretty stylish to me, but the male one does. The female one kind of looks kind of plain, to be quite honest with you, but ultimately at the end of the day it is pretty similar to what we already have. But remember, this is at the end of the day a brand new G Rank armor. Moving over to the Tetranadon armor sets, this would be the G Rank armor sets. These I do think look way more stylish and certainly way more different than what we're used to seeing. So first and foremost, I think the female armor set looks great, only because you have this moss hair looking kind of thing, which Tetranadon does have. It has a lot of like mossy parts and underneath is like arms or whatever, but it certainly looks stylish in that regard. You have this big shoulder pad, you have like no longer like a skirtish type of thing. It just looks really cool, like straight up like a sniper type of thing, ready to be able to sniper, like sniper nest type of thing. It just looks great. My favorite one, of course, though, has to be the male one, only because of the gas mask that you're now wearing. Now, my only real issue with the Tetranadon armor has always been that you don't necessarily get to customize the green out of that. Even if you try to like do the custom coloring or whatever, you still have a lot of green in that armor, so you don't get to fully customize it. So in that regard, it would be great if Capcom gave us the option to be able to fully customize the green, remove it, and maybe turn it into another color. But other than that, the male one looks great only because of the mask, while the female one does look great only because of like that mossy hair, that mossy style all over the body. So I certainly love these brand new Tetranadon G armor sets. Now when it comes to the Bishaten armor set, I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed, only because I can't honestly, like, I have to do a comparison video in order for me to be able to like clearly tell like side by side what the real differences are. You do in the male one have the same type of cape, cowl if you want to call it that. You certainly have the mask as well. The pants look very similar. The feet does have the talons, which is similar. I believe the male ones has boots. The female still has the horn, so the male doesn't have a horn because he always wears the mask. It's very similar, to be quite honest with you, with the typical Bishaten high rank, low rank armor sets that we already have in the game. So they don't necessarily stand out all that much, which I think is a little bit disappointing. But I do think Bishaten in general is a pretty decent armor set that people love to mix up with other armor sets. So I don't ever see anyone just wearing this specific armor. They're probably just going to take parts of it and mix it up with something else, which is a typical thing that I've seen a lot of people already do. And lastly, of course, we have the Somnacanth G-Rank armor set. Our first look at this one, to be quite specific, and I do think this one certainly stands out. Now, of course, the colors for the Somnacanth armor set have always been great. That contrast of gold and purple with the really light blue, shining bright blue, it's always been great. Now, the male one, I don't necessarily like it because it's very much a roby type of armor set for males, which is not really my thing. But when it comes to the female one, you no longer have to wear the mask. Now you just have a head covering, which is great. And I love the look of it. I do believe that is the longsword for the female one. The hunting horn, I believe, is for the male, with the ones that we're seeing right there. So the pants for the male actually look really funny. Kind of like long pants, like loose pants kind of thing in the bottom. But when it comes to the female one, I do think the armor set looks a little bit better on the female. But, you know, that's always been my opinion at the end of the day, that female armor sets certainly look a little bit better when it comes to the counterpart males. And you also have that little book on the side as well. So I certainly love the look of both of these armor sets. But if I really had to pick one of my favorite ones out of all the ones that we've seen today, it's probably the female Tetranadon armor set. If I certainly can customize the green out of that, I will definitely have my hunter wearing that because it just looks great for sure. So today we're going to go over, of course, the Aknosom, Tetranadon, of course, the Bishaten, and Somnacanth armor sets. These are 4 monsters that were introduced in Monster Hunter Rise, which now have, for the very first time, a G-Rank / Master Rank armor set being added into the game. What this also means, of course, that we're going to see Allmother, Magnamalo, and all the other new monsters, you know, added into the game for Monster Hunter Rise, get their brand new G-Rank armor set as well. So this is something that I'm specifically going to look forward to in the future when Capcom gives us those details as to what those armor sets are going to look like. And one of the things that I touched upon when I covered the Lunagaron G-Rank armor set as well is the fact that all of these armor sets, like I mentioned at the top of the video, they're all going to have brand new skills. They're not going to be tied to the old skills anymore. Capcom loves to mix and match skills, like not necessarily great skills, but lower rank skills into like one skill. So each armor set is most likely going to have one skill that kind of mixes 2 skills together from the like low rank, high rank versions of that. So we're going to have like a lot of armor sets that are going to mix up skills. And on top of that, of course, a lot of socketing options as well. So you're going to be able to have some really decent mix-up when it comes to not just fashion hunting, but actual decent armor sets to be able to do really good hunts with. So Master Rank is definitely going to change the meta to another level. So you certainly should be looking forward to that. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.